Why are you living your life by a calendar that fights against the stars? Have you ever wondered why your holidays shift, why the lunar cycle drifts, and why the ancient Enochian tradition insisted on a strict 364-day solar count? And what if I told you that the modern calendar wasn't just a scientific adjustment, but a calculated move to disconnect humanity from the precise, clockwork timing of the Creator? Open up the Book of Enoch or the Book of Jubilees, the bedrock of the Ethiopian Tuahedo canon. They don't talk about leap years or shifting lunar months. They speak of the solar calendar, a perfect unmoving cycle of 364 days, divided into 4 quarters, 12 months, and a precise alignment that reflects the order of the heavenly luminaries. See, the world we live in uses the Gregorian calendar. It's based on a mess of political compromises and astronomical drift. But the Ethiopian solar calendar? It is mathematical perfection. It's built on the principle that the sun is the primary keeper of the covenant. In the Book of Enoch, the angel Uriel reveals the secrets of the luminaries. He doesn't show Enoch a chaotic, shifting sky. He shows him a machine, a 364-day cycle. In this system, every season has exactly 91 days. The year starts on the same day every year, a Wednesday, the day the sun and moon were created. Why does this matter? Because the feasts of the Lord were never intended to float. They were designed to lock onto specific solar markers. When you switch to a lunar-based or a drift-heavy solar system, you break the synchronization. You're not just missing a date, you're missing the divine appointment. The Western Church abandoned this in favor of convenience. They wanted to align with the pagan cycles and the Roman state. But the Ethiopian tradition held the line. They understood that if you change the calendar, you change the way the congregation interacts with God's timeline. You turn sacred time into civil time. And in that transition, you lose the signal. 2:30-3:30, the deep dive. The Enochian signal. This isn't about being a calendar nerd. It's about spiritual frequency. The solar calendar of the Ethiopian Bible is rigid. It's fixed. It doesn't allow for the chaos of modern timekeeping. If the Creator set the stars as signs and seasons, as Genesis says, then the calendar isn't just a tool for farmers. It's the interface between the throne of heaven and the dust of earth. When you read the Book of Jubilees, it explicitly warns that those who walk in the ways of the Gentiles will neglect the observances and fall into the error of the years. They saw it coming centuries ago. They knew that when man took control of the clock, man would eventually take control of the message. Your current calendar is a construct of man. The original? It's a reflection of the architecture of the cosmos. The question isn't just, what date is it? But, are you aligned with the timing of the heavens? Or are you just following the crowd? The Ethiopian tradition holds the key to the original blueprint. If you want to stop living in the drift and start living in the cycle, you need to look back to the 364. Think your calendar is accurate? You might want to re-examine the source. Are you ready to see how the Enochian calendar tracks the true prophetic timeline? Drop a comment below if you want the breakdown of the 364 days. Ghost and Code, we're only getting started. Do you want to deep dive into how the 364-day calendar specifically impacts the timing of the biblical feasts compared to our modern calendar?